Wednesday, sad ending.
Memory verse, John chapter 15, verse 14. You are my friends if you do whatever I command you.
Our references are found in Genesis chapter 19, verses 1 to 3 and verses 12 to 30. When Abraham woke up early the next morning after his visit with God, what was the first thing he did? That's in Genesis chapter 19, verses 27 and 28.
And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace.
How sad that there weren't even 10 righteous people in Sodom. The night before, the two angels, looking like ordinary people, had arrived in Sodom. Lot saw them and invited them to stay at his house. The two angels said they would sleep on the street, but Lot said it wouldn't be safe, and he finally persuaded them to go home with him. He took them by a different way than usual because he didn't want anyone to follow them. That night, the angels saw how wicked the people in Sodom were. Evil men did follow them, and they were about to break into Lot's house. The angels not only pulled Lot inside so he would be out of danger, but they also made the angry crowd blind and confused so that they couldn't find the door and break in. Finally, all the wicked men left. There was no time to lose. Only two of Lot's daughters were still living at home. So what did the angels tell Lot to do? That's in Genesis chapter 19, verses 12 through 14.
And the man said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides? Son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because of the cry of them is waxen great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons in law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons in law.
The angels knew they must hurry, but Lot and the family were acting confused. They couldn't seem to believe what was happening. How could they just rush away and leave behind the rest of their family, their friends, and everything they owned? How did the angels finally get them out of the city? Verses 15 through 17. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the man laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth, and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. It's hard to believe that Lot would try to change what he was now told to do, but that's what happened. Verses 18 through 20. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast shewed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. O let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. Four people left Sodom, but what happened to Lot's wife? That's in verse 26. Genesis chapter 19, verse 26. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. The family had been warned not to look back, but even though Lot's wife was outside Sodom, her heart was still inside with her other children, friends, their beautiful home, and everything they have enjoyed so much. How sad! Sor was also wicked, and in the end, where did Lot and his two daughters live? That's in verse 30. Genesis chapter 19, verse 30. And Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his two daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his two daughters. Let's apply it. Like Abraham and Lot, we should always be kind to strangers. Even if they look like people, who might they be? That's in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 2. Hebrews 13:2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.